session in 15 minutes. Have some patience. A very warm good morning. Let's wait for 15 minutes. Yes, sir, go ahead. Good morning, everyone present here. A warm welcome to our second day international conference on innovative technologies and intelligent system. I would like to commence our international conference with the blessings and vandana of our Guruji, Sri Sri Paramhansa Yogananda ji. As we know, the purpose of this conference is to sharp the skills of researchers and help refine their ideas by meeting with peers and their counterparts. Keeping this purpose in mind, I would like to move forward to our second day international conference. A warm welcome to everyone. On the very first day of this conference, we had an enriched session on the theme of our conference. We had so many informative sessions by the eminent professors, the academicians, keynote speakers, and research scholars. Please join me to invite our first keynote speaker of the day, Dr. Chandrani Singh. Dr. Chandrani Singh is Director of MCA SIUM. She has done her postdoctorate in IT from Lincoln University, Malaysia. She is the member of National Tech Educational Empowerment Committee. She has graduated from NIT Rourkela. She is involved in number of activities and societies such as a reputed institution member of IEEE. She is also a member of editorial board of international journals. A number of publications are done by her. Paper published on extractions and analysis of faculty performance of management discipline from student feedback using clustering and association rule mining techniques. She has also done a paper on case study based approach to decision making, a cognitive management process published in GSMC proceeding in conjunction with ET cases by Indian Institute of Management, Raipur, India. Taking this privilege and inviting ma'am for her keynote address. Ma'am, please join us and grace us with your kind words. Ma'am is joining us in some seconds due to some technical issues, I think.
Can I? I'm Dr. Chandrani Singh. Can I just have a few 5 minutes of your time and start, because I am parallelly running the national level workshop and I'm with my guests in the auditorium. So I would only address for 5 minutes. So can I start?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, good morning, one and all. This is an honor that I have been invited as a keynote speaker by Yoganand Satsang Mahavidyalaya. And thanks to principal, my collaborator Khushbu, and other members of the conference committee for so nicely and splendidly executing this event that can help us get some concrete outcomes with respect to the topic of the conference and the quality research which is being presented by the faculty members as well as the other industry experts and other AI experts and professionals. So since I am from last 2 3 days, I am hugely involved and engaged in conducting and laying the roadmap for national education policy 2020, and I am currently being surrounded by all national education policy steering committee members, the 12 from the 12-member team, those who have graced the occasion of our national event, where Dr. Shakila Shamshu, who was officer on special duty, Government of India for National Education Policy 2020, along with Dr. Kattimani, who is the Vice Chancellor of Indira Gandhi National Tribal University, and Dr. Kuril, who is the Vice Chancellor of Udyaniki and Vaniki Mahavidyalaya, Durg, So what I thought apt was, instead of addressing on the topic, initially I had thought of doing the AI and sustainability topic, but due to so many discussions which are going on from the past 4 5 days in my workshop, so I thought let me talk a little on national education policy, which is an onus among all the stakeholders of Indian education sector and also the industry professionals, to understand and breathe national education policy from a national context, a global context, and this which has been adopted and should be adapted by all institutions, autonomous, public private universities, affiliated institutions, and many other granting aid institutions, because of the onset of this or emergence of disruptive technologies like AI, like robotics, like blockchain, like crypto, and so on and so forth. So I thought that let me give you a glimpse of what all has happened. Might be it will encourage and motivate the stakeholders currently who have joined the conference to know how it was formulated, how did it reach the common mass, what is being done with respect to the inclusion and accessibility of the various stakeholders. So it is like, when I heard from these national steering committee members, how they had in these 2 years of time from 2017 to 2019, how they had spent day and night drafting the national education policy, which is a holistic and a very philosophical initiative of actually bringing in a total transformation in the society through the aid of disruptive technologies, through the usage of universal human values, through the approach of multidisciplinary, interdisciplinary, and transdisciplinary the verticals and subjects, through making pedagogy also more curricular, more open, more student centric, being more of facilitators rather than getting into the rote learning, menting and rote learning concepts. So it was like when I was interacting with all these three, they say that they dream and breathe national education policy. And we as education stakeholders, or the stakeholders of the public private universities, institutions, and Ministry of Education, Government of India, should take upon the onus of actually implementing, adopting, and creating a roadmap for the effective implementation of National Education Policy 2020. So while speaking to them, they said that for 2 years and at regular intervals of time before submitting the report to the ministry, and Dr. Kasturi Rangan, who is the former ISRO chief and chairman, who was the former ISRO chief and chairman and currently the chancellor of Jawaharlal Nehru University and Central University of Rajasthan, they have been, the entire 12-member committee was totally aligned, and they had their ideas, the thought processes all regulated and aligned to this divine transformation, which tells that each individual should be identified in a classroom which has a varied distribution of individuals. Their unique traits, unique potential, unique nature should be identified. They should be motivated, they should be nurtured, and then they should be groomed into an individual who possesses the required learning, the knowledge, the skill sets, and also the most of all the universal human values, which is being so promptly promoted by the ministry, by AICT, by UGC, and so on. It was such. So the aspect of looking at our student has to even change. Such is the transformation and revamp they are trying to bring into this India's education sector. And also along with that, they say that even a student who has got a YD or a student who has failed in some number of subjects should not be treated as a failure. they should be the causal effect of why the student has failed, which all areas he is weaker at, how he can be mentored, how he can be supported, and how he can be motivated to do good in those subjects and excel in the subjects in which he already possesses an interest, a passion to pursue, and so on, is the concept, divine concept and transformational concept they want to establish through the penetration of national education policy and through the implementation also. So all those faculty members and the students to stakeholders who have joined this conference should know that this has been done after the first education policy came in 68, then the next education policy came in 86, and after a gap of so many years came the National Education Policy 2020, the submission of the 60 to 66 page report, which was made to the ministry, was actually a 484 page document under the chairing of Professor K. Kasturi Rangan and 12 committee members. And then this consolidated report was presented after they had reached out to 5.5 to 7.5 lakh of participants across the states, across the union territories. Still, they had reached to a person as farmer, as a parent, and tried to understand what all changes and transformations has to come in this policy. So the policy which talks about and can change the entire education infrastructure, bring in the reforms and the policies and the current methodologies and paradigms which have to take a transition for the betterment of each and every citizen of India, and not only the citizens of India, but they aim to actually be global citizens, good citizens at the national level and good citizens at the global level, and try to create India as a robust knowledge-based economy, which can have a strengthening of economical viability across various other sectors. And such was the dream behind each and every steering committee member, along with our union ministers. 3 union ministers had very actively participated during the formulation. That's what is the discussion going on currently. I was so engrossed and so involved in this implementation of NEP that I thought that this would be a wise and the correct time when I can communicate what all I have heard, what all I have interacted and exchanged with these experts, and who are generally from our vice chancellors from different universities, officers of special duty sitting at the center, and can even give back to you also, that you as teachers, you as students can do the needful and can also take the onus upon yourself to bring in that transformation, a transformation which by many is being said that there are huge obstacles, there are huge dependencies, and that we've across all the education sectors, be it engineering, be it management, be it law, be it pharmacy, be it architecture, be it traditional courses, have to take the onus upon us, and there are obstacles ahead of us, but then we have to implement and ideate on this so that we can bring in a greater societal good. And that is what NEP philosophy is all about. And having said so, I think I should now wrap up my speech, because my guests are now waiting to start off with the event. We have also started with the event. Thank you, Satsanga Mahavidyalaya. Thank you, Principal of Satsanga Mahavidyalaya, all the faculty members, all the students who have participated in making this event a great success. Special thanks to Khushbu, who has been Kumari, who has been after me to talk as a keynote speaker. The next when you do this event, you let me know, and I would be talking on AI and sustainability. And one of my very favorite topics, that is blended learning initiatives across borders, and how we are trying to universally even present our educational the degrees and all, adoption of the degrees which are universally acclaimed, and how by association of international universities, and how we are spreading our educational infrastructure, our educational practices, our educational degrees, our curriculum and all across the world, and how we are really becoming a trying to become a knowledge superpower. So I would be talking about all that in the next successive sessions. But right now, I would be, wrapping this my session off and wishing you all the best. And also my regards to Vice Chancellor of Ranchi University. I think so. Yesterday there were two guests, of which one were Vice Chancellor of Ranchi University, which I can see. So my best wishes to all the participants and all the stakeholders, directly and indirectly contributing to the successful execution of this event. Thank you so much. God bless you all, and best wishes and regards to each and everybody. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, ma'am. Thanks a lot for this enriching session. We are extremely grateful to you. Thank you for your presence, ma'am. Now, moving forward, I am extremely delighted to invite our next keynote speaker, Dr. Prakash Kumar, the head of Department of Computer Science and Cybersecurity and assistant professor in charge of Jharkhand Raksha Shakti University, Ranchi. He has earned his PhD degree in Information Technology domain from BRABU and have authored several research papers and have national and international publications. Dr. Prakash Kumar was the district head of IT cell, Aurangabad, Bihar, under the umbrella of Vikas Mission of Bihar. In addition to this academic excellence and achievements, Dr. Kumar has earned administrative skills too. He held the position of Director, Nilay Educational Trust Group of Institution, Ranchi. He has also served the software industry in prime responsibility while he was a software engineer at IBM. Sir, requesting your warm presence.
Thank you, Khushbu. First of all, a pleasant morning to all the dignitaries, delegates, and participants present here. As Khushbu ma'am told that I'm Dr. Prakash Kumar, Head of Cybersecurity Department from Jharkhand Raksha Shakti University, Ranchi. At the outset, I congratulate the organizer for conducting international conference on the topic of innovative technology and intelligent systems, which covers various tracks, especially cyber security, networks, and multimedia. तो सबसे पहले इसके लिए आप सबों को मेरी तरफ से साधुवाद. As we know that India, our country is a home of more than 75 crores of smartphones, 133 crores of Aadhaar cards, and more than 80 crores of internet users. We have been 4G and now accelerating towards the 5G. So we can easily understand that awareness of digital hygiene in the current era is how much important. And it is only possible by strengthening our cyber security strategies and enforcing it into our different departments of our organizations. So I hope that the coming session on the burning topic of cyber security is going to be very interesting. And being a chair member of this session, I will be with you throughout the session and try to understand your young and innovative idea in this regards. And let's not taking too much time. So I welcome your ideas and formally allowing you to start the session. Over to you, Khushbu. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your presence here. We are overwhelmed. Now it's time to make this conference more enriching and thoughtful, inviting research scholars, professors to present their papers. The first list of articles are on the theme of cybersecurity, network, and multimedia. I would like to invite first the paper ID 8931, Vipasa Sen and Dr. Dipti Kumari. Please have your presence, Vipasa Sen and Dr. Deepti Kumari. I think that they have not joined us yet. Moving forward now, I would like to invite the next speaker, 5946, the paper ID is, and the name is Karupa Swami Lakshman and Vasudevan V. I would request them to present their paper here. I would request Karupa Swami Lakshman to present his paper here. Next. They are also not here yet. Moving forward, and I would like to invite now the paper ID 5186, that is Dr. Santosh Kumar. I invite Dr. Santosh Kumar to present their paper here. Here, all the participants are requested to present their papers for 10 minutes only, and please all are requested to present their papers in slideshow. And it should not be exceed more than 10 minutes. Participants are here also requested to complete their presentation within 7 minutes, and 3 minutes will be given to question and answers round. Dr. Santosh Kumar, please have your presence here.
Actually, you are not audible clearly. And make sure I am audible clearly.
Yeah, you are audible. You are audible.
Okay. Now, okay. Good morning to all the members present here. And today I am going to present a paper or that is implementing effectiveness and transparency in education using blockchain. As we know that the blockchain is an emerging technology that is generally implemented to sharing the records or sharing the data among different individuals. And there are many benefits of blockchain that enables transparency and effectiveness in education. We will discuss about how to use the blockchain in education and what is the role of record keeping, e-transcripts, institutional decentralization, education funding, and copyright issues with the blockchain. Okay, so first of all, 1 minute. Mhm. Blockchain is most commonly associated with cryptocurrency using the same technology in different fields, either in medical fields, either in education field, for different purposes. Actually, blockchain is a form of or a way of sharing the data, or it also includes different security features and some authentication and authorization features, which makes it more secure and more effective. The suppose that we are introducing here the how the blockchain will make the education system transparent and more effective. Then there are
You are not audible, Dr. Santosh Kumar. You are not audible now. I think that he is having problem. Dr. Santosh Kumar, please join again.
Am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible now.
Okay. So we can easily share the records using blockchain system, and it's the paperless. Everyone can share if we maintain the record and we share it using blockchain, then definitely it is more effective. A survey saying, according to 2019 analysis conducted by Credential Engine, more than 738,000 unique credentials documenting learning can be counted, including degrees, certificates, and digital badges and apprenticeships. Actually, when we will share the student record with blockchain, then there is no provision of fake entries because only a stored and authenticated records are shared with the vendors. It can also eliminate much of the overhead associated with the process and a streamlined verification process. Just now I told it will decrease the concept of fake because it uses a strong verification mechanism and only the verified record will be shared among the vendors. Second thing, there are so many benefits, so many more benefits can be used by the universities or the colleges to maintain the security or make the verification process very easy. Like we can also use blockchain for university curriculum. The impact of blockchain in education goes beyond record keeping. It's not only for the record keeping, we can use it also for the different purposes like managing or okay. Okay, now it's visible. Hmm. Blockchain also cut the cost of education because we can use online education and we can easily share the contents, task, or other things very easily using blockchain. And there is less cost and less security issues while we are using blockchain to share such informations. But what are the benefits for our students? There are many benefits for our students. Our students can easily manage their academic achievement, providing them with the ability to share them when and where they choose. Only suppose that I have every achievement stored in electronic form. Then blockchain security mechanism uses the concept of if anyone asks to use that record records, then it requires authorization from the user. Suppose that I am going to join somewhere and we have shared the link of my all the things, then that person can only use if we will authentic, if we will authorize him. अगर मैं उसको ऑथराइज कर रहा हूं तभी वो यूज कर सकते हैं, अदरवाइज वो यूज नहीं कर सकते. मीन्स सिंपली we can share it, but whole ownership is with the person whose records are maintained. Some more benefits for institution, like using blockchain to using different degree certificates and verification process, everything will become transparent and easy. It's also beneficial for the employers. It will make, just I have discussed, it will be, the hiring process will become easy, and anyone can, those who have the authorization, they can verify the electronic certificates very easily. And some more benefits that can be added using blockchain, but some risks are also there. You can see I have one, I am going to discuss blockchain in university research, where we will discuss the security, scalability, and adoption rate and cost. The main problem, adoption rate. Definitely blockchain uses a good security mechanism and it is more scalable than the manual process, but its adoption rate is something less. And for this, we have to make aware about its facilities among the society. Then the adoption rate will be automatically increased. But okay. So the in every prospect, blockchain is very important or safe, secured technology that can be used different constraints to make the process effective and transparent. Thank you. Any question from any side?
Looking on some questions here.
Yes, I have a question for you, Santosh ji. So, in
Yes, sir.
overall presentations, you describe
Yes, sir.
about the blockchain for keeping the student record purpose, right? So, my first question from your end is,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
yes. Do you think there is
Sir,
any
not
relation
audible, sir.
between? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Do
Not
you
audible,
think
sir.
there is?
Please kindly write in message, sir. Kindly
Why?
write in message, sir.
Yes.
Actually,
It's fine. It's fine. Do you think? Can you see?
do you think there is any relation between blockchain and NAD? Yes,
Right.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Definitely.
Yes. What's that? What's that? What's that?
Am I audible? Actually, NAD is also a registration process, sir, and it also using the concepts of blockchain, sir.
Definitely
Okay,
not.
actually, once we
Definitely
have
not.
created the actual 1 minute, sir, let me describe.
Okay.
Actually, we are using the National Academic Depository, where my all the records are stored. And when we will use as a shared ledger. Okay, then will act as blockchain, sir. But but to do the same, we have to make it secure with one more authentication mechanism that will be authenticated by the user.
Okay,
Sir,
fine. My question was that is there any relation you can
okay, sir,
think?
now
You can think NAD is an example of blockchain. Is it an application example of blockchain?
definitely, sir.
Have you visited the different
Definitely,
platforms?
sir. But
Yes.
Sir, 1 minute. Let me describe, sir. Actually, sir, we are NAD is also a respiratory, sir. Okay, but NAD is a central respiratory where everyone can visit and access the records. But blockchain
Okay.
is also a respiratory, sir, where the different units will be added together. Suppose that I have stored my records on NAD, then it's a block. When you will verify my records, sir, then your credentials will also attached with my chain. Okay, and it will exist until it is not destroyed.
Fine.
It's the NAD is beginning process of blockchains.
Fine.
Or any question from?
I think that hashing is a very good example of blocking the data while you are storing the data. Whenever you usually use the database, have you used the database? Yeah, you have used, visited any platform which is offered by India, by the different countries with respect to blockchain. What are the different
Yes, sir.
platforms of the blockchain in the India?
Sir, actually, you are asking what is database and what is blockchain. Definitely, database and blockchain both stores the records, sir. But database doesn't stores the records, sir. How and when your data is accessed. And in blockchain, everything will be stored, sir. If you have access data, sir, then one chain is also added to my to that blockchain, and we can see who has verified my data. But in database, sir, only the central user gives the authorization to use the data. But in blockchain, sir, we can develop such mechanism where every individual, if the data belongs to me, then I will authorize you to use my data. Okay, and if I will authorize to use my data, then it will maintains the record
Fine.
who has authorized and who is using your data. This is the difference between, sir, database. Actually, in database, sir, every task is performed in centralized way. But in blockchain, the task is performed at different places. But these all things, but these all actions are connected together and are stored at a place. This is the difference, main difference between blockchain and the database.
Fine. Okay.
Thank you, Santosh Kumar, sir, for having this presentation. Moving forward to invite our paper ID 4674, Ms. Pragati Bakshi, to have her presentation here.
Good morning. Am I audible?
You are audible, Mrs. Pragati Bakshi.
Good morning. I'm Pragati Bakshi, Assistant Professor in Economics and HOD Department of Economics, Yogoda, Mahavidyalaya. First of all, I thank the organizer, the principal of the college, and the VC of the university for selecting my papers and inviting me for this presentation. Since I'm a professor of economics, my paper deals with the cryptocurrency and its environmental hazards. So, not to take much time, I shall share my screen first, my presentation. Okay, this is my schematic version of my presentation, how the evolution of cryptocurrency came to be, the environmental hazards, and what are the conclusions and what are the remedies that we could adopt to mitigate the environmental hazards that is caused by cryptocurrency. Okay. So it shows what the function of money. I've been teaching about currency needs to have government authorization, legality, all these taken into consideration. And only we can say this is the money, this is the currency available in the country. So, regarding the functions, we not to in the nitty-gritty of what the fiat money or the legal tender is all about. Just we come to know how it is different, how the cryptocurrencies are different from time immemorial. So money is, as we all know, we have been teaching, is a matter of four medium value, a stand and a store. So all these are the first two are primary function and second are the tertiary function. So these money has its consequences on the economy and monetary policy that deals with the functioning of the money and it shows the sustainability of any economy. So advent of cryptocurrency has been divorced by what we can say the functioning of the money or how we see money in an economy. Let me come to the how cryptocurrency came into evolution. Long back in 1980, there was some research scholar and I got some instrumental in designing these cryptocurrencies. But later on, cryptocurrency is a kind of digital esteemed speaker told about long the block. Mining means solving the complex mathematical problems and then generating coins or buying it. So this is a medium and it is used as a medium of exchange blockchain. Now, what are the evolution as you know and dominant cryptocurrency as present is Bitcoin and there are others that are floating that are Ethereum and other things. But now we come to our main point of my presentation. Cryptocurrency. It is the environment. Cryptocurrency, as we all know, that uses a sophisticated technology, digital technology, and the use of digital technology, the use of power is mandatory. So all those countries, countries that have an ample electrical power based on fossil, they use this electrical power for combined purpose. Minor cryptocurrency players in Western countries, namely Kazakhstan, it is the third country that uses cryptocurrency, or the major player. China uses 1% of total electricity consumption is used for the cryptocurrency. Likewise, Canada, etc. But what effect does it have on? We are professing the development goal. It deals with mitigating the environmental hazards as well as reducing greenhouse effect adversities of climate change. Unfortunately, using cryptocurrency or mining cryptocurrency using electricity has caused a quite environmental hazard wherein the uses of generations, carbon emissions, etc. are very important. So now, surveys, Cambridge Bitcoin electricity consumption survey, that shows that these are the countries, the China, Pakistan, Canada, are major top most at environmental adversities due to application or due to the operation of crypto mining. Since mining, many countries do not recognize it as a money. It's very difficult to follow or regulate. Since it is a decentralized process to regulate the offenders, so it is difficult even to estimate the environmental quantify hazards. So what we need to do that now we need to have transboundary and to check environmental by the unlawful mining of cryptocurrencies. This is my say on this. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, ma'am, for this presentation. We will take some questions here.
Okay. My first question is that can we double spend our cryptocurrency? Can we doubly spend it? See the chat box.
Okay. We cannot do.
Why?
See, not because it's based on blockchain. That you have to have a sophisticated mathematical puzzle and then to move forward. So I don't think it is a chance of double spending success secured by sophisticated and algorithm. So this is my stake that it is not possible since it is very, very different from the natural mind of fiat. So but still it is not.
Here is my second question. Can we consider the digital currency provided by the central bank as a cryptocurrency?
Legalized, but implication in a country like India, large country and digitized. So there are many hazards if it is implemented. So as of now, we need to evolve our monetary system, strengthen our monetary system. Then it will be easy to control since it's a very decentralized way of operation. Operation is decentralized. So
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Now inviting paper ID 2949, Muhammad Afroz, for having his presentation here. Muhammad Afroz.
Am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, you are audible, and please have your presentation in the slideshow.
Sure, ma'am. Honorable Chair of the session, Dr. Siddharth, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to present the paper to the first international conference on innovating technologies and intelligence system, ICITIS 2023, organized by Yogoda Satsanga Mahavidyalaya. Let me start by saying a few words about my own background. My name is MD Afroz. I'm a research scholar in Sainath University, Ranchi, Jharkhand, India. As you can see on my screen, my topic today is analysis of privacy and security concern regarding the Internet of Medical Things. Today, I would like to talk about a topic that is becoming increasingly important in the healthcare industry, the Internet of Medical Things, and the associated privacy and security concerns. First, let me define what is IOMT. Simply put, it refers to the interconnected network of medical devices, wearables, and other gadgets that communicate with each other and with the healthcare providers over the internet. Example of such devices include a smart glucose meter, heart rate monitors, blood pressure cuffs, and even implantable medical devices like pacemakers. monitoring of patients, improves medication adherence, and facilitates better care coordination. However, with the increased connectivity and data sharing from several privacy and safety concerns that need to be addressed. This paper provides an overview of IoT applications in IoMT by highlighting the privacy and safety concerns regarding IoMT and latest standardizations. So here is a history of IoMT. You can see on my screen that earlier all those services which used to be manually in medical industry, more or few are now, or all are interconnected with the Internet of Medical Things. How IoMT works? IoT systems are made of sensors and devices that are connected to one another through a network of cloud ecosystem using high-speed internet. The large storage space provided by the cloud services receives the unprocessed data and has been acquired at the devices itself. To acquire further understanding from this data, it is further cleaned and then analyzed. This necessitates the use of new programs, devices, and tools that will provide the viewing, analysis, processing, and administration of the data. Here is a simple framework I can show you how IoT works. You can see below is the devices that are smartphones which monitor vitals through sensors with the smart wearables like smart watches and those implants. And above are the technology which are included through LTE, 5G, RFID, NFC, Bluetooth, and thus. So this is how IoMT is connecting with the healthcare. On the top is the IoT technologies, and below is the medical, devices. So both are connected with the help of Internet of Medical Things. Here is the architecture of IoT, how IoT works. In the things layer, we have implants and the physical devices, and then we have in the fog layer, we have IoT gateways and hardwares. And in the cloud layers, both are integrated, and this way it works as a IoT. Here you can see the market size, the global market size, and how it's increasing from this is in billions. How it is going every year? It's almost increasing by 20%, and you can see the spending is quite high in IoMT. You can say that in coming years, the medical industry with internet medical things using technology will be quite high. Uh, with having this type of spending and this type of dependencies on IoMT, here are a few challenges of IoMT, Internet of Medical Things. First of all is the insufficient testing and updating, concerns regarding data security and privacy, software complexity, data volumes and interpretations, integration with AI and automation. Devices require a constant power supply, which is quite difficult, and interaction with shortened communication. Here is a simple example I'm showing on screen that how are the attacks on IoT devices these days. This is a sheet taken from Cisco itself, and it says that we all know these are the very famous attacks, which was on Stuxnet and where in medical industry the doctor has to take around 2 million of their sensors, third replacements, because they feel that it's vulnerable to the wireless network. We have the attacks on
What happened? You are not audible, sir. Mohammed Afroz, sir. You're not audible.
Am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, you are audible now.
Sorry, I got disconnected. The internet connectivity is still. Oh, I was just thinking about the same that still we are talking about internet connectivity and still. So where I was, I'm sorry for taking time, but where did I left? So these are the evolution of attacks on IoT devices. As you can see, these are attacks, and the attacks are quite high, especially if we talk about the attacks which happened on Iran nuclear website center. It was a plan, and there are many attacks which are going on these days. So why do we need the IOMT security? Because 89% have IT health provider have suffered IT related security breach. 49 have been it was since long it was needed, but unfortunately there was not a lot of security guidelines. Especially if you talk about IOMT, the issue with IOMT is that there has been a quite issue with the standardization. Standardization in terms of the guideline. First, the guideline was in 2014. They it was FDA. It was in from US. They said that pre-market guideline for management of security in MDs. So it was the first guideline. And then in 2016, it was FDA post-market management of cybersecurity in medical devices guidelines. They made guidelines that once you sell the devices regarding to medical, you have to make sure that you give them the security patches. Then it come again updated version that was the draft in 2018, the draft of the new FDA pre-market guidelines for cybersecurity management in MDs. Then it came in 2019, Health Canada's pre-market requirements for MD cybersecurity. In 2019, it came IMDC, that is the European Union's draft for principle of cybersecurity. And then finally, in 2221, which came into whole European Union, that was EU's medical device regulation, including cybersecurity requirement. So, what are the protection measures for MDs? Manufacturers that we call MDMs must safeguard their software, vital assets, design protocols, key and firmware from the reverse engineering. Reverse engineering means that has been engineered, someone is reversing it. Hacking and other possible liability of counterfeit or purposely misconfigured device before they are put in the market. So medical device manufacturers have to make sure that their devices are not reverse engineerable from once they are in the market. Most software developers must integrate security and adopt a DevSecOps approach to secure application and infrastructure from the outset. We must automate security gates to keep DevOps workflow from slowing down and choose the correct technologies to embed security into design and architecture consistently. This draws one on DevOps culture to integrate security teams from the start of design. MDMs and the healthcare delivery organization need to end-to-end solutions for the Internet of IoT, Internet of Things. These solutions should begin on day one of a medical device lifecycle and continue through submission, approval, and patient uses. Hospitals must keep a tight inventory of all network devices and only deploy patched and monitored ones. Each device digital signature should be registered using AI-enabled analytics tool that quickly discovers irregularities so affected devices can be marked for the proper choice. They can then be isolated, disabled, or monitored as per hospital policy. So here is the protection measure which I want to show you. This is the one which I will propose. That first of all, that understand the IoT asset. You have to understand the which IoT devices you are using. Then assess the risk. What are the IoT risks? What are the risks in the IoT life cycle? Then apply risk reduction policy. How we can enhance the security, apply that policy, and then prevent known threats, because there are two types of threats. One are known and one are unknown threats. So prevent known threats, those threats which are known, try to prevent that, and in the end, detect and respond to unknown threats. So those are the threats which are unknown, and if you find it, just try to delete it. Maybe you discard the hardware or try to find. So the problem is that in IoT industry that the devices are
Interrupting you, sir, here. Sorry to interrupt you. Please be
yeah,
concise here.
okay. I will just close it.
And
I'm just
please
on
have your
my
video
last slide.
on.
Sure,
Please have
sure,
your switch on your video.
sure. So I was just telling that this is the last thing I was talking about my slide, that the problem is that with IoT devices that the life cycle of the devices are quite high. You can still see that the people are using very outdated devices. So the updates and patches are not that frequent what it should be. So this is my suggestion. This is what I am proposing, that people should think about the identify, onboard, optimize, and return. So this is it from my side. And this is the conclusion that IoT has the potential to revolutionize the healthcare, but privacy and safety concerns must be addressed to ensure that patients can benefit from this technology without putting their data or health at risk. By implementing a strong privacy and safety measures, we can ensure that IoT devices are used ethically and responsibly. Thank you so much. I would like to take any question if we have.
Thank you, sir. If any
Yes,
question.
yes. Definitely, Muhammad Afroz, you did a very good analysis on IOMT. So,
Thank you, Dr.
congratulations
Prakash.
for a wonderful analysis. So, my first doubt regarding uh, the overall research done by you is that if we are think about our country, so what is the biggest challenges in implementing IOMT in our hospitals? I'm talking
Uh,
about what is the biggest one, the challenge. You
sir,
describe the in the life cycle. Listen first. You describe
yeah.
in the life cycle, and at the step number 4, you mention that the protections with known threats, protection from the known threats,
No threat.
and move forward in the life cycle phase 5. You describe about the you tell about the key detect the known threats, detect the unknown threats, and try to remove them. Okay, right? So what
Right.
are the biggest challenge? My question is, what is the biggest challenge with respect to our country, and what are the most likely threats which can affect our IoMT devices? Fine.
So in terms of our country, I personally feel, according to my research, that is still because IoT devices to upgrade the IoT devices needs a lot of funds. So I feel somehow that upgrading to latest technologies, we are running short of money in terms of finances, we can say, and the challenges which I feel that still in the hospitals. If we talk about in big hospitals, you can see that we had a recent incident in one of the India's biggest hospitals in AIMS. The system
Yes.
was not work; it was hacked, and the system didn't work for 2 weeks. So still, I feel that the upgrades and the life cycle of devices are quite high, which is, I feel that's the biggest concern in terms of the uh, the life cycle of the devices in our health industry is quite high, which it should not be. I personally feel that, sir.
Very good approach.
Thank you, sir. Thank
So
you, sir.
the main thing is that we have to work on the RPM system, our RPM system. Why? Our doctors are the remote patient monitoring the overall process. Suppose some doctors is taking some oxygen level.
Yeah.
So this system must not be hacked. Otherwise, the
Sure.
result will, as you told that in past few months, there was a news flash. You are talking about the AIMS data which was hacked.
Yeah.
So very good, very
Yeah.
good. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir. So kind of, sir.
Thanks a lot, sir. Inviting paper ID 840, Malti Kumari, for her presentation over here. Malti ma'am.
Hello. Hello. I'm audible.
Yes, ma'am, you are visible here. And
am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible too.
Please share my PPT. Thank you. Good morning, Dr. Prakash sir, and all members of Yogoda Satsanga Mahavidyalaya, Dhurwa, Ranchi, for selecting my paper for presentation. Myself, Malti Kumari, research scholar, Binoba University, Hazaribagh, under the supervision of Dr. Rajendra Nath Sinha, University Department of Physics, Binoba University, Hazaribagh, and co-supervisor Bimal Kumar Misra, Principal, Aadharsh College, Rajdhanwar. My topic is quantitative approach to secure cyber threat on satellite. Hello? Hello?
Yes, madam. Please continue.
Sorry, sir. Sir, please move forward on my slide on the topic of quantitative approach to secure cyber threat on satellite. Thank you. Next slide, please. This is the content. At first, I'm discuss about introduction, second, literature survey, third, mathematical model, fourth, numerical simulation, and fifth and last, conclusion, and then references where I have studied this data. But at first, according to my topic, two things are important. First one is a quantitative approach, and second thing is a satellite. At first, I'm discuss about satellite. A satellite is a machine that's orbit around the different planet in the space. Here, satellite are divided into two parts. First part is a natural, and second part is a artificial intelligence, or it is also called as man-made satellite. A man-made satellite is a machine that is launched into space and orbits around a body of space. When the satellite launched into the space communication and navigation provide a channel of communication for the data sending and receiving from Earth to satellite and satellite to Earth. This is also called vice versa. Services uses the satellite links that is used in a telephone, ISDN, SMS, and voice over internet, and broadband internet, email and file transfer, video conferencing, notice to mariners, and port regulation, cargo management, and planet predictive maintenance.
Excuse me, Malti ma'am. Please say loudly.
Say loudly. Okay, sir. Here I am presenting a literature survey. According to the survey, I have found that at the January 1st, 2021, I have taken four sections. That one is first is Russia, second is China, third rest of the world, and fourth is the US. Total number of satellite in artificial intelligence in space is I'm calculating 3,372. So next slide, please. Sorry, previous slide. Total number of artificial satellite in space till 2021 is 3,372, and only 1,897 satellite are made by US, and the competitor is China. This is closest to 412. So next slide, sir. Yes, this is my mathematical model through which I have to discuss how satellites are secure. So this is the basic model I have designed through epidemic model. So I have discussed here four compartments. Compartments is basically named as S for susceptible satellite, I for infectious satellite, Q for quarantine satellite, and R for recovered satellite. According to this model, I have to calculate how we secure my satellite through this model. So at first, I've described the basic definition of S compartment, I compartment, Q compartment, and R compartment. That one, the parameters which I have given in a mathematical model, sigma, alpha, gamma, and delta. Alpha is a rate of transmission from quarantine satellite to recovered satellite. Gamma is a rate of transmission from infectious satellite to quarantine satellite. Delta is a rate of transmission from infectious satellite to recovered satellite. D1 and D2 is a natural death. That means damage due to natural disaster, and D2 is death rate due to infectious. Through malicious objects or attackers. Anything which has happened through humans being is calculated at D2. Due to a few times to presentation, I have not calculated here mathematical equations. I'm directly so the simulation part, which is using through MATLAB. I have taken a few data at random at all the parameters and calculating the value of R0 and taking a result through simulation given in a picture on the next slide. This is the result of after calculating the R0 and putting all the value of parameters in a MATLAB code. Hello.
Yes.
Sir, am I audible, sir?
Yes.
Okay, sir. Sir, I'm not discussing the previous slide.
Okay.
That one slide. Okay, thank you, sir. So this is the resultant of MATLAB. I'm getting the result of this mathematical calculation through MATLAB software. I have got this result. So when the number of R0 value increase, how the data are recovered and quarantine data are recovered. So I have seen, sir, parallelly when the data is quarantine, more parallel than the recovery. So it's so that when I am working on the deeply, we can recover the quarantine satellite. So next. This is a conclusion, sir. Motivated by the compartmental biological epidemic model, we propose a SIQR model for attacking behavior of cyber threat on satellite. Reproduction number is obtained to understand the increasing and decreasing of the cyber threat on satellite. We establish the infection-free equilibrium for local stability and global stability. Here we have also discussed the R0. R0 is the reproduction number. If the reproduction number is less than 1, it is stable, and if the reproduction number is greater than 1, this is not stable, this is unstable. The proposed model is simulated through MATLAB, and the global stability is solved by Dulac method, and finally we have got the result. And next, the references where I have studied all those things. Sir, any questions, sir?
Yes. You have opted again very good topic, Malti Kumari ji. So I want to know from your end, do you think is there any global standard for satellite security?
No, sir. This is the first paper I'm selecting for satellite, because now the time it is hypothetical, but I'm trying to solve through biological models.
Why I am asking this question? you in your first paper you proposed a SIQR model. You proposed a SIQR model. So you might be aware with the fact that around the world there are approximately 6,500 satellites in orbits. 6,500, near about 6,500 satellites in our orbit.
23, sir. Yes, sir.
Right. And you are proposing a model, right? That's why I am asking, is there any global standard for securing our satellites?
Yes, sir, in future, but now it's all are working for this concerns are using mathematical model, because lots of the models are developed in SIQR model, SIR model, SIQRS model, but I have obtained only 4 compartments means 4 compartments like COVID. So depends on COVID, 4 phases, human beings at first susceptible. That means no one is COVID, but might be infected due to COVID. So that is I concern S class means susceptible. Second one, infectious means COVID have attacked means he is infected. And third one is isolated, then quarantine. And fourth one is vaccinated and recovered. So through this model, I have to work on this proper way. Like
fine. You just tell me, can satellite internet be hacked or not?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Now I would be inviting paper ID 3484, Amrita Rani, to have her presentation here. Amrita Rani.
Yes, ma'am. Just a minute, ma'am. Ma'am, I will.
You are audible. You are audible. We want to share
Actually, yes, ma'am, but I cannot find my slide. So just a minute.
What happened? We want to see your slideshow presentation.
Are you sure my slide? Hello?
You are audible, but we can't see your presentation here. I think that you have network issues there.
Now it's visible?
No, it is not visible. Your network's bandwidth is low, I think. That's why it is unable to present
Yes.
it to you.
Can I present after 5 minutes?
I will be giving, we will be giving you some minutes to present your presentation here.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay for you? Okay then. Then inviting Abhishek Kumar Vishwakarma for having his presentation here. Abhishek sir.
Thank you so much, Ranjana madam. Thank you for inviting me to present my paper, where the title is Initiatives Towards the Cross-Domain Interoperability of Smart Devices. This is the abstract part of my paper, where smart devices are devices equipped with internet connectivity and computing capabilities that allow them to interact with their environment. As we know, today's life, we are very much interacting with smart devices, emotional devices. I am just analyzing the interoperability of different manufacturers to work seamlessly together, regardless of the underlying technologies, protocols, and standards that manufacturers integrate into their lives. So this can lead to greater efficiencies, better user experience, and new opportunities for innovation if we are able to interoperate between these smart devices. So despite its importance, the interoperability of heterogeneous smart devices are also bring some challenges. Some of the main challenges are, first one is fragmented standards. So with the rapid growth of the IoT, numerous standards, protocols, and technologies are being developed and used, leading to fragmentation and difficulties in achieving interoperability. Same like in security and privacy, interoperability can increase the attack surface for cyber threats and can it easier for hackers to access and exploit multiple devices. Technical complexity is in interoperability can be technically complex, requiring significant time and resources to develop and implement, and can be affected by compatibility issues and lack of standardization. And the last one is market incentives, where different manufacturers may have conflicting interests and initiatives, making it difficult to agree on a common standard protocol. And this is the introduction part, where basically, as we know, the IoT was first coined by Kevin Asthan around 1999, has recently become an emerging technology in a variety of fields, from health to education, from a vehicle to airplane. These IoTs are drastically change our thinking and the operation of the devices. Here in this picture, this is an IoT ecosystem where different entities such as users, devices, sensors, actuators, and information resources are interconnected with services. Thus, interoperability is essential for communication among these different devices. There are various projects are already going on in this regard. Like according to the European Research Cluster on the Internet of Things, IoT is defined differently like a dynamic global network infrastructure with self-configuring capabilities based on standardized and interoperable communication protocol in which physical and virtual things have and use identities, physical attributes, and virtual personalities, intelligence interfaces, and are seamlessly integrated into the information network. Many companies like Cisco, Microsoft Azure, IBM, Google, ThinkSboard, Oracle, they are created, developed their own uh, projects. Like Cisco have developed Cloud Connect, Microsoft Azure, IBM Watson, Google IoT Core. So there are over 400 IoT platform provided offering a range of services to build an IoT solution. So a lack of interoperability leads to significant limitations on a technical and business level. Here, I am just demonstrating the labels of interoperability. Like first one is technical. Technical interoperability, it refers to the technical aspects of the interoperability such as transmission protocols and data exchange formats. It refers to the way in which data is communicated between components. The standards in these areas define the structure and format of the data to be used in the exchange of information. And the next one is semantic interoperability, where it's aimed to ensure that data is exchanged without losing its meaning through the use of controlled vocabulary. It's basically a state of technology that enables computer to communicate precisely. And next one is organizational. This is the combination of system-based organizations, and it's a combination of tactical, syntactical, and semantic interoperabilities. There are different initiatives going for in IoT, in the development of IoT. Basically, I am depicting here few of them. 5, like big IoT, inter IoT, vicinity, same IoT, and agile. So big IoT is basically bridging the interoperability gap of the IoT. These all are the European research projects. Inter IoT project deals with the layered approach to offer open IoT interoperability that provides the services to connect and collaborate with different manufacturers. Vicinity is basically open virtual neighborhood network to connect IoT infrastructures and smart objects. It's aimed to develop a bottom-up IoT ecosystem with decentralization of interoperability called a virtual neighborhood. Next is same IoT. It's symbiosis of smart objects across IoT environments. It develops an interoperability framework that provides platform for vertically isolated devices. And the next one is Agile, where an adaptive and modular gateway for the IoT. Agile builds in a modular and adaptive gateway for IoT devices. The hardware layer of modularity provides support for different wireless and wired IoT network technologies. In addition, organizational interoperability is realized, providing that all other interoperability labels are properly considered. So, for instance, if we are just simplifying the term, to understand the thing is, suppose Alexa and Google can't upgrade firmware for our smart plug. So we have to do that through the original app only. Sometimes we also miss out few features when we go through a different app. Now, this is the conclusion part of my paper, my research work. So, in this paper, I has reviewed some of the key aspects of IoT device interoperability standards and also try to highlight initiatives in this regard. So interoperability is basically very important key factor in the development of IoT. Thank you so much. Any questions?
Fine, Gautam. Gautam,
I am Abhishek Kumar Vishwakarma. Yes.
Okay, okay, Abhishek, fine. So 2 months back, if you are talking about 2 or 3 months back, we saw how American navigation system was hacked, right?
Yes.
And it is the fact, you must aware about that, by the end of last year, yani 2022, we Indians are dependent on more than 2 billions of IoT devices. Fine.
Yeah.
At the one end, the most navigation system of the more powerful country is being hacked, right, by the hackers, and we gradually increasing dependency on our IoT devices. And the data says that by the end of last year, we are dependent on more than 2 billions of the IoT devices. And you can imagine how the data is gradually increases. If you are talking about 2019, in India, there is only 250 millions of IoT devices, 250 millions by the end of 2019, before COVID. Yes. And within 2-3 years, the data varies from 250 millions to more than 2 billions. So my question is that if such thing is happening, so why there is need of interoperability in IoT devices? Why we need interoperability?
Yeah,
it will lack our security system now.
Yes, sir. As you are saying that, according to the market research, the global IoT market is expected to grow significantly in the coming years, and analysts are forecasting a compound annual growth rate of over 15% through 2025. And why interoperability is needed? We need it because, sir, as we are using a smart plug of Philips company and using a smart bulb of Google or from other company, suppose these all devices are not, if not they are interoperable, then how can we are control these all devices with a single platform? So basically, for the development of IoT, we need to consider interoperability, integration, and management of these smart devices, because for the conversion and controlling, monitoring, security, and using of these resources is very need for the today's market, because different manufacturers using and wants to set their own protocols and transmission communication protocols, and they want to set their own standards in the IoT market. So these, when we are achieving this interoperability, integration, and management of these IoT devices, we will same use it as we are using different internets and different devices. Sir.
Fine. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Thanks.
Thanks a lot, sir. Now inviting Gautam Sanyal, sir, for having his presentation here.
Good morning, everybody. My topic is handwritten alphabet recognition using convolutional neural network and feed-forward backpropagation network by extracting most primitive geometrical features. Actually, handwritten character recognition is a very classical problems. It starts from 1940 and still it is in research. Myself is Gautam Sanyal, Assistant Professor, CAIT Department of Yogoda Satsanga Mahavidyalaya. Introductions. Actually, handwritten character recognitions are very important task in document processing. Document means it may be historical documents or modern any type of documents, postal and banking automations, handwritten form processings. These are the major applications of handwritten character recognition. There are two types of handwritten character recognition, offline and online. Offline character recognition means we have to scan the images from the documents, historical documents, forms, postals. Documents or etc. missing format, but especially in cursive writings, as styles of different users, writers from person to persons.
Recording in progress.
Sorry, due to internet connections. Actually, how I proceed. To handwritten
Recording in progress.
We have to use some digitizers like a pen tab, and it recognize in real time. It is offline document of offline character recognitions is a method of scanning the images of documents and make them into machine readable shapes. The challenges of offline documentation, offline character recognition is due to complexity of the characters, style of writing, and quality of source of documents. This is the background study. Background study in the initial stages.
Recording stopped. Recording in progress.
There is a various study nowadays. The CNN model, convolution neural network model, It is used for feature extractions and further processed by feed-forward backpropagation network. So I have used here CNN for feature extractions and feed-forward backpropagation network for classification. The problem statement is to develop the system of handwritten alphabet recognition using convolutional neural networks to perform primitive features. Primitive features means the basic geometrical shapes of an alphabet. Here I have used 26 English alphabets from A to Z. Convolutional layer is extract the complex features of the characters using a filter matrix. The main objective of these problems to solve the problem using CNN and ANN by extracting the features of geometrical features using some predefined filters. Use the methodology, input image from MNIST datasets, and then feature extractions, splitting the alphabet into primitive geometrical shapes using CNN, and then assembling the primitive geometrical shapes to character using feed-forward backpropagation network. To understand this, I have used some pictures. For example, alphabet B can be split into the 4 shapes. If we partition the alphabet into 4 different parts, then first part will be this. There are 4 parts different. So these 4 parts, if we combine, it will generate a alphabet B. So the alphabet B is split into 4 different forms by using CNN, and again using feed-forward backpropagation network, we assembling them into a letter B. For digits, if we take a digit 9, it will combine up to things, 2 objects. 0, this is a objects, primitive objects, and this is a. In this way, we can split the digits or alphabets. Then we can assembling the things into using the feed-forward backpropagation network. Here in this model, I have designed the input image. I have taken grayscale image of size 32 cross 32 pixel, with each pixel representing a grayscale value between 0 to 255. I have used 2 CNN, convolutional neural network. First has 8 filters. First neural convolutions layer have 8 filters of size 5 cross 5, produces 8 features. A ReLU layers followed by a pooling layer. I will explain my design using a diagram. For example, this is a characters, handwritten characters. It is a 32 cross 32 size pixel. It is converted into 28 by 28. There are 8 features for a single characters. There are 8 features. Layers, and then it is again convoluted into 10 cross 10 features, 16 features of size 10 cross 10. Finally, it is goes through a maximum layer and having 16 5 cross 400. 5 into 5 into 16, that is 400. It is 1 cross 50. Actually, this number of neurons I have taken 50 here. There is no mathematical concept of taking this 50. And finally, we have 26 output. Since there is 26 alphabets, so there is 26 output. This is a model of neural networks. Some descriptions of how neural convolution layer This is 0, 0 and into 1, 0 into 0. In this way, we can calculate first element. In this way, we can again skip it and generate another elements. Next, it is a activation functions. Activation functions means it is rectified linear units. It in the rectified linear units is a non-linear rectifications layers. This does threshold operations. If it is negative, it converted to 0. This is the ReLU functions graphical plotting. Then it is a max full layer. Max full layers means we have to select the maximum value from the matrix, feature matrix, and we have here, for example, 1, 1, 5, 6. In this matrix, we have 6. The value is 6. Now, this is a filter initialization process. Filter initialization process means we have to take such a filter. Here we have split the alphabets into 4 different matrices, and the matrices used as a filter. And this matrix value is initialized to the filters. The algorithm is to create a vector to store the accuracy for each of the 26 alphabets, convert it into the grayscale image, then reshape, extract 2D matrix, prepare a filter, and there are 2 convolution layer and 2 max pooling layer. Convert the matrix into vectors, train and classify using the feed-forward network, back-propagation networks, and test the networks. This is the algorithm. This algorithm is developed in Python, that is Google Colab, Windows 13 operating system. And if the number of cycle increases, the accuracy, number of cycle of training increases, the accuracy also increases. The final accuracy is 0.98, but by increasing the number of CNN and ANN, it can be increased to 0.99. But it is only for uppercase alphabets. As the number of character increases, containing uppercase, lowercase digits, special characters, etc., the accuracy goes on decreasing. The future scope of this work is to develop the possible. There are many development possible in this system in the futures. It can support in future. It can support more languages in futures by selecting proper filter. Presently, the system can only recognize the letters and digits. We can add the support for recognition spatial symbol in the futures, and this will help the processing checks of banks, helping hands in desktop publishings, recognition of text from business cards, etc. This is all about the presentations. Thank you.
Sir, question? Yes, sir.
Okay.
Any questions?
Okay, fine, Gautam Sanyalji. So my question is, as you have using matrix, I suppose that you have taken 4 by 4 matrix, na? Size was 4 by 4, na? Right?
4 by 4.
So, and so for initializing image filters, why you using a matrix of this size, 4 by 4 size?
4 by 4 size matrix. Actually, this is actually this is motivated from Freeman chain encoding techniques, where a characters is splitted into 4 different matrices. Further, if we split it into 4 different matrices into 8 partitions, then suppose that there is a matrix we suppose the matrix B, it is partitioned into 4 different matrix, 8 different matrix. Then we use the matrix value to extract the features, of a character B. So 4x4 matrix, 4x4 matrix, there are in my, I will present the, again, I will go to the.
Actually, you are filtering 4 images. You splitted your images in 4 different parts. So is there any relation of these pixels of these 4 parts regarding this 4x4 matrix?
Actually, I have given here example that B is splitted into 4 different parts. Actually, actually, I have taken here 8. There are 8 different parts. We have splitted the image B into 8 different parts. To explain, to understand the concept, I have prepared here 4 different images as an initial value.
Okay. So if we are taking a hand digital recognition problem, for handwritten digital recognition problem, which technique you will prefer?
Now, I prefer CNN for labeled data set for character recognition to extract the features of the characters, and after extracting the features, we assemble all the geometric primitives to reassemble the original characters.
In case of image?
In case of image.
Yes.
Apart from handwritten characters.
Yes.
Apart from handwritten characters, CNN is a very evolutionary methods. We can also use CNN using back propagation CNN we can use.
In both the cases, handwritten digital recognition and image, in both the cases, CNN is effective.
CNN very useful techniques.
Okay, fine.
In any type of image recognition. To extract the features of images, it is very good techniques for images, any type of images.
Fine. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Now I would request Ms. Amita Rani to present her presentation. Amita Rani, are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Please show your slide. Please concise. If you could present as soon as possible, Amita.
Sorry, ma'am. Again, I cannot see my screen.
You are not able to connect.
Yeah.
Though you are audible.
Yeah, I am audible, but I cannot see my screen.
Okay then. Okay, now we will take a break of 5 minutes now, and then we will start our next presentation after the 5 minutes. Thank you, sir, for being here.
Thank you.
Okay, now we will present our next papers here. The next paper will be presented on the theme of computer vision, signal image processing, and human computer interactions. I will be first inviting paper ID 4131, Mr. Prakash Anand, to present his paper here. Mr. Prakash Anand, have your presence, please. Mr. Prakash Anand. Mr. Prakash Anand, requesting your presence here. Next. I think that he is not available right now. So I am inviting the next one. The paper ID is 7451, Muhammad Arshad. Muhammad Arshad, sir, have your presence here.
Hello. Am I audible? Hello, am I audible?
You are audible.
Prakash Anand, I'm sharing the screen. Hello.
Prakash Anand.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I'm sharing the screen. Just a minute.
Okay, sir.
Ma'am, kindly, other participants are sharing the screen. So it is telling that we have to share screen should be stopped.
Requesting Gautam Sanyal, sir, to stop the screen sharing. Gautam Sanyal, sir, please stop your screen sharing. Yes, sir, you can have your presentation here now.
Is my screen visible, ma'am?
Yes, sir, visible.
Okay. Good morning, everyone present here out. Today, I'm actually my research area, but what I'm working is on handwritten character recognition. So, handwritten character recognition presently in this paper, what I have done, I have compared the various present algorithms which recognizes the characters written by the hand on the paper. Okay. So first, I'm going to give the introduction part. Handwritten character recognition. What is basically handwritten character recognition? Suppose, first of all, what we want computer to understand whatever character I'm going to write on a paper. So whatever character. So now, if I'm going to consider any character, the number of persons present in the number of character can be written by different person with the different types. Okay. So handwritten character recognition is a real challenging area where the computer is going to recognize the character. Now, this handwritten character recognition, this is paper is all totally focused on analysis part, how we can recognize and what are the present algorithms present, and that what we are going to discuss in this paper. Okay. Now the introduction I am going to give. The handwritten character recognition has been long popular challenger research topic with several applications in daily life as well as pattern recognition. This research looks at the artificial neural network intelligent character recognition. Now, this research, I mean, this paper, what basically is, I have proposed, not I have, basically I have considered the artificial neural network to uh, to to check what character it is written by the hand. Okay, and intelligent recognition, the IWR, as a method of identifying handwritings. Okay. The accuracy of text recognition in existing system is highly dependent on the quality of input document. Accuracy means whatever character what I have written, this accuracy can be determined totally on the quality of the character. Okay. Different classifier employs uppercase, lowercase alphabets to improve the system accuracy. Online handwriting digital recognition is and offline handwriting digital recognition are the two primary types of handwritten digital recognition. Okay. Now, handwritten word recognition research status quo. Now, first of all, currently, what is that we have basically analyzed, and there is a particular research. What is done is we are going to recognize the characters, but the present algorithm, what we are going to present algorithm, what we have is it takes a lot of time to recognize the character. Okay, then comes after first of all we have to solve the issue. So how much minimum time a character can be recognized by the system. So a better algorithm is needed for analyzing the character, which takes minimum amount of time. Then we are going to come in the handwritten word recognition. Now, presently, if we are going to take around 5 to 6 minutes to identify a single character, then means handwritten word recognition is going to take around 1 hour to 1 hour to recognize the handwritten word. So handwritten word is also a research area what I am going to take up. So now this paper doesn't concern with the handwritten word recognition, but this is the status quo of the handwritten word recognition. Okay. Now, the proposed methodology means what this paper aims to is that the goal is to create the system which takes handwritten English characters as the input, process them, and extract best features and train the neural network with the resilient back propagation and scale conjugate gradient to recognize the input text. Means simply, this paper totally focuses on the artificial neural network resilient back propagation algorithm, which such takes minimum time to identify the character. And really, how much accuracy is this algorithm is that I have done in these two slides. I'm going to show you. This is resilient back propagation skill text generated computer vision text. The whole system is divided into two sections: ANN training image database and ANN testing test pictures. And first of all, what we are going to do, first of all, we are going to take the handwritten character and we fragment them into the small parts. After fragmenting them, we are going to create a training set of database which really analyzes what character is there and the prediction of result means how they are going to predict that this character written is A. Okay. Now and ANN testing the test pictures. Okay. Now figure 1 simply shows ANN training section. This figure simply shows the training section of the artificial neural network. And figure 2 depicts the ANN's testing section, means how much accuracy this algorithm gives and how much accurate this result is. This basically block diagram of ANN resilient back propagation algorithm is given in this diagram. Okay. Results. Now the handwritten character recognition system has put the test variety of scanned handwritten pictures in various styles. The outcome really favorable. The reduce the noise suggestion So basically, in this algorithm, handwritten character recognition with back propagation algorithm gives the 95% accuracy. There is a comparison chart. This is the comparison chart. Means Velappa et al. 18. He has taken the different algorithm and done. So this is the training time low, accuracy is what medium, and English character, that is capital, okay, and performance extract character, performance able to extract, can perform tilt, no, and automatic extraction is yes, and treat, okay, treat with the symbol, that is yes. And Rajiv et al. These are the different papers what I have taken, and whatever algorithm they have produced, this chart shows how much accuracy it is. Means suppose such as this second algorithm paper means performance extracts many characters in a single image, unable to extract present scenario and results of this particular paper and algorithms. Now the proposed methodology which I have proposed methodology, it needs to be framed by the Python program and to test the result using the backpropagation resilient algorithm. It is really I have not done yet. I have not done yet. So this blank is given proposed technology. But anyway, conclusion means this gives the 95% accuracy with this algorithm. Okay, and this is thank you. Any questions?
Fine. So, what is the basic need of analyzing ICR? Why we needed this analysis?
Basically, sir, ICR is really very important and challenging area of research topic. And computer vision part, if I'm going to consider the computer vision part, so identifying objects, identifying characters is totally very necessary because many books means if I'm going to consider a robot. Now robot which has a camera, it can scan each and every line, pages, minute and can understand. So we are in the step forward means first of all identifying character, then we are going to identify the word, then we are going to identify the pages, and this way how the book can be scanned out. That is totally on the printed document, and as well as it may be considered as handwritten document. So it's a really very challenging area in which I am working.
Can we integrate the uses of ICR with modern technology?
Yeah, hello.
Can we integrate the uses of ICR with modern technology?
Yeah, modern technology presently the algorithm which the fast result is done is we are going to do with the convolutional neural network. Convolutional neural network we can identify the characters, but it is really very tough and taking a lot of time to identify a single character. So this algorithm we need a new algorithm in which we can identify the different characters.
The paper ID 7459, Muhammad Arshad.
Can I leave, ma'am?
Muhammad Arshad to have his presentation here.
Can I leave?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Muhammad Arshad, please unmute yourself. You are not audible.
Okay. Recording stopped.
Now.
Recording in progress.
Yes, you are audible now.
Very good afternoon, sir, and all the participants. I'm Muhammad Arshad. Here I am presenting my paper, and the topic name is a comparative study of handcrafted, automated, and fusion-based feature extraction
Switch on your
technique
video, please.
for enhanced.
Switch on your video too. Mohammed Arshad, switch on your video. You're not visible. Yes. Okay. Thank you.
So, my presentation topic is a comparative study for enhanced classification accuracy under the guidance of Dr. P.K. Manji, Assistant Professor at Department of Mathematics, BU Hazaribagh. Here is the outline of my presentation. First, I'll go through the brief introduction, then the literature survey that I've done, the techniques and data sets used, the result and discussion, and finally the conclusion. So here the introduction. So in recent days, the importance of image data has increased a lot, and these images can be classified in two ways. First is either in text-based annotation, and the second and latest is the content-based image classification. So in text-based image classification, the images are classified based on the textual information or by some name which is given to the image. That was error prone and highly human intervention needed in that case. But in content-based image classification, images are classified by the image content features itself, such as color, texture, shape, or other features of the image which are contained in image itself. So it is a very popular technique for classifying image into their corresponding categories. One thing is found in many existing reviews that literatures that classification accuracy is mostly dependent on the quality of feature vectors which are extracted from the image datasets. And as we have discussed that feature are extracted by using two methods. Features are generally extracted by using traditional handcrafted techniques, and new one is automated techniques. So traditional handcrafted techniques was based on single low-level feature such as color, texture, shape, etc. That was that result very large dimension of feature vectors. But the automated techniques which are recently used are based on deep neural networks that have been utilized for feature extraction successfully. These techniques perform wholesome analysis of input image data because it considers manifold aspects of the image. And as we know that neural network requires a lot of training data for generalization of feature representation for classification of images. So this is the limitation in case of neural networks that is based on automated technique. So what we have done that fusion-based approach is implemented for descriptor extraction or feature vectors extraction using both the handcrafted technique and automated technique. By it is called fusion-based feature vectors a reference feature extraction techniques from a spatial domain, transformer domain, and deep learning domain are carried out in which investigate the robustness of descriptor definition for content-based image classification. In 7, a pre-trained convolutional neural network is used for feature extraction. Further, pre-trained CNN is concatenated with handcrafted features for robust descriptor extraction. In 8, 4 different techniques are proposed for multi-view feature extraction from images. Then performance is evaluated by means of fusion and data standardization-based techniques. Various techniques have been used in handcrafted feature extraction techniques. Image binaration based solvers, local threshold, image transform based Salan transform, image texture based gray level co-occurrence matrix have been used. And in automated feature extraction, pre-trained convolutional neural networks models have been used frequently. On various publicly available image datasets such as PS2 dataset, OTC datasets, WANG dataset, or 5K datasets in the different papers which I have reviewed. And finally, we get the different classifiers also used for this purpose. And the classifier names are support vector machines, random forest, logistic regression, logistic model trees, etc. And it is observed that higher classification rate is achieved by automated techniques compared to the handcrafted techniques. It is also found that classification with deep learning techniques reveals better classification accuracies compared to handcrafted techniques, even though the dataset dimension has been reduced. As we know that deep neural networks takes a lot of training data for classification, but even though if you reduce the if you reduce the data set, the training data, if you reduce, even though the classification accuracies perform better than the handcrafted techniques. Further, the classification result with each feature shows much higher accuracies compared to individual features. And the reason for this is to inclusion of more than one feature in feature vector that result larger details of the image data. And fusion of handcrafted techniques and automated techniques generalize the significant feature of image better than the previous techniques. Finally, we conclude that automated techniques based on deep learning has shown immense potential in revealing the unknown patterns from the image. And the deep learning based automated techniques have revealed better classification result and generalization of features even in a small amount of training data compared to individual handcrafted techniques. Further, fusion of handcrafted and automated techniques reveal the best classification result in generalization of feature compared to individual handcrafted and automated feature extraction. These are the references. Okay. So, is there any question?
Okay, fine, Asad. So my question is from your end. So if you have to reduce the storage memory, getting my point? If you have to reduce the memory, so what will we do? Are you getting my questions?
Yes. Yes, sir.
If you have to reduce the storage memory of your image, right? Which process you will adopt it?
So in that case, I'll try to first I have to take the data as it will be needed needed, but for minimize to reduce the storage, we'll use some modern and new technology like cloud or
No. You having a image on your remote system, and you have to reduce the storage memory, amount of storage memory. Simply, you have a standalone system, a remote system you have, and you having an image, nothing else. There is no internet connection. Your PC is standalone, right? And your task is to reduce the memory that it required, the space in the storage area of your PC. So, what will you do?
I'll
Okay,
try
fine.
if I will compress the image.
Right? How compress? It is an image, not a data. How you compress it? Have you heard about quantization? Quantization.
So, okay.
Okay, fine.
Me?
Okay, fine. Quantization. You have to perform quantizations. Acha, okay, fine. If you have to blur the images, what will you do?
No, in that case, I may lose some data, so it will not give the desired output if I blur the image.
No, simply you have to blur your images. There is a PC having an image and you have just blur it. What will you do? Do you use any filters?
Yes.
Which filter? Okay, fine.
So,
fine, sir.
Okay, sir.
Okay, fine. Thank you. Thank you. Very good.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Now inviting paper ID 2580, Professor Meenakshi Yadav and Sayali Khalatkar for having her presentation here. Sayali ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Requesting your presence here.
Yes.
Yes, please continue.
Yes, 1 minute, sir. So, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Saili Khalatkar, and my paper title is Judicial Study for Online Medicine Shopping. And authors are Professor Meenakshi Yadav and Dr. Chandrani Singh. I'm moving to the next slide. Ma'am, I'm sorry, I'm not able to move to the next slide.
Simply share your slide and click as operate on PowerPoint. Just click on slideshow and use arrow keys to move forward and backward.
Thank you, sir. So these are the contents which are discussed: introduction and objectives, methodology, findings and suggestions, conclusion and references. I'm moving to the next slide. So first of all, let me introduce you with my topic. So first of all, let me introduce you with my topic. So traditionally, consumers used to visit medical shops or stores and take the medicines by taking proper medical guidance from the pharmacist regarding the medicine, and then they used to purchase that medicine. But now everything is changing and people are considering the online purchase of medicines more. Now they can purchase the medicines online through websites, and these websites provide a platform for buying medicines and all other healthcare products. Now the customers can purchase the medicine with just a few clicks from anywhere, provided they have a stable internet connection. So if I try to explain you shortly the overall working of this online medicine shopping, So just like any other e-commerce platform, its working is similar, wherein the customer can visit the website or mobile application, and all they have to do is just search the medicine which they want, and they can buy that medicine by making the payment on the spot or by choosing other modes of payment. But now here, as we are dealing with the medicines or medical products, now there are certain medical products which require proper medical guidance. That is, it requires a proper prescription. Now, the pharmacies, the online platforms ask customer to upload the prescription if they want to purchase that medicine, and that prescription is validated by a pharmacist, and after that only the orders are shipped to the customer. Now, in case of certain platforms, they also provide the consultation feature, wherein in case of if in case a customer do not have a valid prescription due to any reason, now they can consult a doctors on board, and the doctors will consult them and provide the prescription, and then the orders are shipped to them. So this was the basic working of the online medicine shopping platform. Now I will talk about the objectives. Now the objective of this paper was to study the benefits of this platform, then to study the limitations, and to study the process for implementing this model. And the last was to analyze the user's perspective on online medicine shopping. So first, talking about the benefits. Now there are multiple benefits. I will just discuss 2 to 3 over here. So the first is discounted prices. That is the cost benefit. Now all the medicines are sold at discounted prices, so it gives a lot of benefit to the customers. Then there is a home delivery option, so convenience is increased. And of course, if we consider from the owner's perspective, then he can track the sales, purchase, and stocks data effectively. Now talking about the limitations. Now the limitations are, if in case the customer do not have prescription and the platform do not provide any such facility, then they are not able to place the order. That is the limitation. Then there are illegal pharmacies as well. That is also a limitation. And in some case, the delayed delivery is there. So in case of emergency, the operation, you cannot operate with the online platforms. Now the third objective is to process for implementing an online pharmacy model. Now, if you have to implement an online website for selling medicines, so first of all, the very first requirement is you should have a physical store, a physical medical store, and after that only you can do further things. And after that, if you are not a pharmacist, then you presence of pharmacist is also must. Now this pharmacist will monitor all the prescriptions and all the medicines which are shipped to the customers. And after that, the online presence can be created by registering to the existing e-commerce portal or by creating the own website. But the mandatory requirements are physical store and the pharmacist should be on board, who will be validating all the orders. Now the fourth point is to study and analyze users' perspective on online medicine shopping. This is discussed further. I'm moving to the next slide. So the methodology questionnaire was prepared to study and analyze the attitude of customer towards the online purchase. 258 responses were collected. Out of the 172 were students and 66 were working professionals. 20 were neither students nor working professionals. Next slide. So the majority of the customers, so the findings were that the majority of the customers still prefer offline or the traditional mode of purchase for medical products. Now, the major reasons for this are the lack of trust. That is, they have the trust issues regarding the quality of medicines. So in some case, they do not possess the valid prescription, and some are still happy with the method of medicine, traditional method of medicine purchase, which they used to follow. Now, suggestions are e-commerce businesses for medicines or medical products require proper knowledge, and anyone interested in this business should focus more on that. Now, businesses should improve their order delivery system in order to make profit, and people should look towards this business as a profitable business. I'm moving to the next slide. So, coming to conclusion. So, online medicine shopping website is a platform for customers to buy medicines and other medical products online. Now, this platform not only benefits customers, but also provides a platform for the pharmacists to manage their stocks and sales effectively. Now, it is easy to use and it saves time and makes the shopping convenient for customers in their busy life. It just takes a few minutes to search and order the medicines and they will reach their doorstep. Online medicine websites are user-friendly and offer an easy audit process and easy payment methodology. Now, in addition to that, this platform uses a prescription verification mechanism for certain medication. So this prevents the drug misuse as well. And as there is advancement in technology day by day, so the effective use of computers and the latest technology and internet can enable more enhancement in this platform and experience of customers. Now, these are the references which were taken while doing the study. And thank you.
Fine. What's your name? Sayali. Sayali, why did you choose this topic?
So, sir, actually, my final year project was the online medicine shopping website. So that's why I chose this topic.
Do you not think there is certain difference between platforms and portals?
Yes, sir.
Do you not think there is a difference between platform and portals? Fine. Do you have any methodology to validate different portals which are involved in this online shopping of the medicines? Why not you are working on this? We have a numbers of portals available with different offers. Someone is offering 25%, 30%. So we should have some methodology to validate different portals. Why I am telling this is, suppose here I design a portal. It is very easy nowadays, and try to cheat someone. Offering, I design a portal, purchase a space, right, on the cloud, and implement my portal there and advertise it, and offering a tremendous offer there, 50% discount on medicine, and taking some request from the user as customers, right? And my intention is cheating the customer, right? So do you not think there must be some methods to validate different portals? My first doubt is that. Next one thing, statements 24/7. Actually, is they are working on 24/7 concept? These portals are working on 24/7? If so, my question is that, if so, if they are working on 24/7, what is the benefit? If I am a patient at the midnight, right, I am residing here in a smaller city, Ranchi, within our country, and at the midnight, I requesting particular medicine from a portal. Will I get the medicine within some time durations?
No, sir.
Then why 24/7? Why we are advertising this? Why, if we are not getting the service 24/7 fashion, then why we are advertising this? Right now?
I understood.
Thank you, Beta.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thanks a lot, sir, for being here. Now, we are going to conclude this session. There is an important information regarding the souvenir. The souvenir and the certificate will be sent to you on your postal address, and we will send you feedback link on WhatsApp group where you need to write your proper postal address there. Now, thanking sir for having his presence here. Thanks to you, Dr. Prakash Kumar sir, for having us here. Okay. Now I'm going to hand over the stage to Professor Khushbu Kumari for having her vote of thanks.
Thank you, Professor. Jai Guru. Good afternoon to all the dignitaries, faculty members, staff, and our participants. Thank you is such a prayer that cannot be seen or touched. It must be felt by heart. I feel honored and privileged to get the opportunity to propose a vote of thanks on this special occasion. I am happy to express my gratitude and prayer to our beloved Guruji, Shri Shri Paramhansa Yogananda, for giving me the opportunity to propose a vote of thanks and acknowledge the contribution of those who work really hard to make this conference successful. I would like to thank all the honorable delegates who blessed us with their presence. I am also very much thankful to all program advisory committee members. Words are not enough to thank their constant guidance and support to shape the conference. I, Khushbu Kumari, on behalf of entire organizing team of ICITIS 2023 and entire fraternity of the institution, extended my sincere thanks to the Almighty for making this event grand success. On behalf of the team and the institution, I extend a hearty vote of thanks to our chief guest, Dr. Ajit Kumar Sinha, Vice Chancellor, Raju University, Ranchi, who spread time from his busy schedule to grace the occasion and provide opportunity to share his thoughts, which will surely encourage us in all our future endeavor. I extended my gratitude to our guest of honor, Dr. Manish Pratik sir from GD Goenka University, Haryana, who made this event knowledgeful and enlightened our mind with his words. Many thanks to you, sir. I also want to thank our chairman, sir, of Yogoda Satsanga Educational Institution, Swami Suddhanand Giriji, for his presence. Your presence made this event full of enthusiasm for all the organizing team. Thank you so much, Swamiji, for joining us and providing your blessing to us. I extended my gratitude to our Vice Chairman, Lieutenant General Gyan Bhushan sir, for his presence and blessing. I conveying my gratitude to all the honorable speakers, Professor Valentina E. Balas, Dr. Rajiv Kumar Dwivedi, Dr. Rik Das, Dr. Chandrani Singh for their active participation in our event as a keynote speaker. You truly made this conference enlightening for us. Your deep and intellectual way of imparting knowledge has added to the glory to this event. As we know, there was a two-day technical session of presentation in different areas. For that, we have our two dignitaries, Dr. Priyanka Srivastav ma'am from Sarla Birla University and Dr. Prakash Kumar from Jharkhand Raksha Shakti University. For first day, as we have track 1, AI, ML and automated technologies and its application, and track 2, cloud, IoT and big data analysis, we have Dr. Priyanka Srivastav from Sarla Birla University. And for second day, we have Dr. Prakash Kumar sir from Raksha Shakti University for track 3 and 4, that is cyber security, networking and multimedia, and track 4, computer vision, signal processing, image processing, and human computer interaction. I also convey my special thanks to both of you, sir and ma'am, for providing your cooperation and support to the organizing this platform where your expertise guide the participants and versatile research areas of computer application and advanced technologies. I convey our deepest gratitude to Brigadier Dr. Anil Kumar Sharma, Secretary GBYSM, for providing his immense guidance and support for making this conference successful. I express our heartfelt thanks and gratitude to our principal sir, Dr. Shyam Pandey, for guiding us on each and every stage of preparation and execution apart from his busy schedule. We are really thankful to you, sir, for motivating and guiding us throughout the event and also for providing every necessary assistance for making this conference successful. I want to express my gratitude and thanks to account section and also the head office for their continuous support and cooperation. Now, most importantly, I would like to thank and congratulate the members of organizing team. I would like to congratulate Professor Jayanti Kumari, HOD of Department Computer Application and Information Technology, Professor Saroj Kumari, Professor Abhishek Vishwakarma, Professor Priyanka Kumari, Professor Gautam Sanyal, Professor Partha Sarthi Chattaraj, Professor Mamta Jha, Professor Syed Tajim Ahmed, Professor Vipul Dubey. I am happy to share my thank you and joy with my team member who really did a lot of hard work at every stage of planning to execution. I want to tell a quote said by Sri Sri Paramhansa Yogananda, persistence guarantees that results are inevitable. I would like to congratulate our anchor for this event, Professor Ranjana Gupta, for making this event enthusiastic by her effortful anchoring. She has supported us throughout the preparation of many things. I must want to congratulate Professor Ranjana Gupta for the successful completion of this event. I also want to thank our staff member Ajay ji, Chalmudi, Sanjay ji, Satyam ji for their support and cooperation at every stage of the preparation and execution. The vote of thanks is incomplete if I miss to thank our participants who have made this event actually successful. From their participation from different places and made this 2 days session full of knowledge through their research and innovation in the concerned domain. Thank you so much for present there. And I again want to thank you all. Jai Guru, thank you so much for being there with us. Thank you.
Recording stop.